I love the name.
I know. It's one of those things that it kind of catches your attention. And you know, we have a lot of ground beef things that we do in the summer. It's starting to be grilling season. It's smoking season. You just talked about smoking a ham.
Yes.
And ground beef is another one of those things that you can smoke. It's something that usually everybody has access to, and it's kind of a versatile.
Well, it's just a great reminder of how much people love meatloaf.
Yes.
Y'all made it in the restaurant last week, sold out quick. So you're going to share your recipe with
it's
us.
kind of one of those homemade, home style things.
Yeah, nostalgic.
Quickly, why is it called Jacked Up?
Well, it's gotten that name because it is actually a stuffed meatloaf.
Okay.
You put pepper jack cheese in it, and if you do like the flavors of some liquors, you can put Jack Daniels in the sauce.
Oh, great.
So that's where the name came from.
All right, so
but I have 2 pounds of our Wagyu beef here, and to this I've added cracker crumbs. That's what I'm using for my binder. I like cracker crumbs a little better than I do panko or something because I don't feel like it gets as tight. I do not like it being dry. Then we've got a sweet onion, we've got some red pepper, put garlic in there, 2 eggs, milk, Worcestershire, put a little bit of Cajun seasoning in it, salt and pepper, and then just mix it. And I tell everybody, this is like, I had a food teacher one time, and she said, if you're upset with your husband, make bread. If you love him, make pie. Same kind of thing on meatloaf. Don't overwork it. If you overwork it, then it gets tougher, and you draw a lot of that moisture out. But we're basically just going to take this and line our pan with part of the meatloaf, and then that's where the cheese comes in because we're going to actually layer that in the center. And whenever you start this, it's best if you will spray your pan, of course, so it doesn't stick. But we're basically going to just layer that, and then you take your pepper jack cheese, and you can take any. A lady at my church yesterday said she used Munster. You can use whatever variety of cheeses that you want, but cut it in strips where it won't just melt out, and you'll lose all of that flavor. And you can notice on the ones I have cut, they've got a nice piece of cheese in the center of them.
Oh, yeah.
And then you're just basically going to put that on the top, seal that around the edge, and then depending on you know, you don't have to smoke this. Everybody in the world's made it in the oven. But smoking it just gives it that other, you know, just gives it another level of flavor.
So if you want to do that, you add a little bit of smoke to it, what would the cook time be?
Okay, you will need to put it on your smoker and keep that temperature about 225.
Okay. And
you know, anything on smoking is just low and slow. It's just slow temp, and you'll do it for about 4 hours. And then, like right before we put it in, then we're going to put a little bit of barbecue sauce on the top, and that's just a basic composition of ketchup, some vinegar, and brown sugar. And this is, again, where the Jacked Up, if you like Jack Daniels, you can put a little bit of that in there if you've got some other flavorings you want to do. But you're just going to lightly brush that on and kind of give yourself a thin coat because you don't want to get it where it'll burn.
Right.
Okay? And as it gets close to the time of being finished, and you need to probe it, it needs to be 165 to get your completion on your cook time, then you can coat it again and get that finish. And then I went ahead and dressed it after, you know, I put it out there to give it to the guests. And
it looks delicious. I wish y'all could smell this. I say this every time you come in. The whole newsroom smells fantastic. So
yeah, this is a hit, and you said it was a hit at your restaurant.
It was, yeah. We have barbecue on Thursday nights at prime time, and I had put this in because I do have a lot of beef. If anybody needs any beef, I have a lot of ground beef. But put it out there, and we sold out in about an hour. So it was a popular thing.
So come get it from you, or make it at home.
Make it at home. A lot of the things you probably already have in your pantry or in your refrigerator.
Yes.
It's a good way to clean everything out.
Very much so.
Carolyn, thank you. We appreciate
you guys.
it. And you can check out many more recipes just like this one by going to our website, newson6.com/recipes.